Okay, so we're off in the Australian Schools Relays, heading out of the mass start, and there'll be probably be a few minutes to before we start getting any radio times here. So it'll give us a bit of a chance to preview some of the races. Just a reminder of where the points are at going into today. In the Australian Schools Championships, the ACT have a pretty clear lead with 50 points. Ahead of Tasmania at 39, New South Wales 38, Queensland at 35. What that means is that if ACT get 18 points, they win. It doesn't matter what anybody else does. And to give you an indication of what that means, 4 third places, excluding the New Zealand teams, would give them 20. So ACT in a very strong position, but obviously strange things can happen in relays. We had last year in the junior boys, every team except Victoria mispunched. Things get shuffled around. The other interesting thing is the Southern Cross Junior Challenge. At the moment at the front we have Karua with 63, ACT with 57 and Karahiwi with 54. And since the Southern Cross Junior Challenge got set up as a team competition in 2003, no Australian state team has ever beaten a New Zealand team, so ACT in a good position to be the first. So, looking first at the senior boys, and we think the favourites here are probably the ACT and the 2 New Zealand teams. ACT have Matty Maundrell out first, who was a medalist yesterday. Then Oliver Bishop, who had a very solid top 10 result yesterday and finishing off with Eli Dent. Karahiwi have Oscar Burns leading off, Solomon Randerson and then Jake McClellan. If they can stay in the hunt for the first 2 legs, I would expect them to be right in there at the end. And it could be an interesting last leg battle with Tasmania, with Ewan Best on last leg, although I suspect Tasmania might have their work cut out keeping up with Karahiwi on the first 2 legs. Hurua there have Blake McKinnon and Zach Meads on the first 2 legs, finishing off with Tahi Harris. So, looking at who we might expect to see out in front early on, I'm thinking that there's quite a few, whilst the 2 fastest runners from yesterday are on leg 3, we've got some pretty good leg 1 runners out there. I already mentioned Matty Maundrell. Others I'd be keeping an eye out for early would be Blake McKinnon from Hurua, Lachlan Braid from WA, Matthew Layton from Victoria and Ewan Keefe from Queensland. Who I have yet again been reminded runs a sub 2 minute 800. I'm guessing given his time at long distances that Eli Dent does that too, but it's probably not his primary focus. So senior girls, so here the winning team yesterday was Hurua with Neve Hoare, Anna Wright and Zara Toos, and that looks a pretty good team in the relay as well. Our best state team yesterday was Tasmania. Liana Stubbs out on first leg. Liana didn't have such a good day yesterday, but it's a jaywalk runner who's one of the best credentialed in the field and would expect her to be out near the lead early on. Then we've got Katie Clausen and Sophie Hartman to finish off, so a team with a lot of depth right through, which counts for a lot in that age group. I think others we'll be looking at there will be Queensland, Alexandra Edwards, who was 4th yesterday, out there first. Again, that's a team with quite a bit of depth. And ACT, Catherine Maundrell, a medalist yesterday, leading off. So quite a few of the teams have put their best runners out first. with Catherine Maundrell out there for ACT, Alexandra Edwards for Queensland, Liana Stubbs for Tasmania, and Anna Batchelor, who was second yesterday, is out second for Karahiwi with Greta Prince leading off for them. Junior boys, always the often the closest relays and also often the biggest field, and is again today. And it's also the one where the New Zealand teams are probably the least strong. Having said that, they'll probably still be in the mix, but this is one age group where they're probably not favourites to win. ACT. We're already starting to get a few junior boys radios through, incidentally, and I'll tell you about them in a moment when the screen comes back up. So we've got we've got Angus Hewitt for Tasmania, Rowan Braid for WA, Aidan Barrett Hamilton for Karahiwi, and Thomas Caristo for Queensland, all through the first radio and junior boys, who win about 20 seconds of each other. Ewan Farquharson's out first for South Australia, and he was top 10 yesterday. It's another one we might expect to see fairly soon. ACT probably the strongest team on paper, with Michael Walter out there first, then Patrick Maundrell and handing over to Hayden Dent. I think if they're anywhere in range at the last changeover, you'd expect Hayden to run through. New South Wales strong here with Ewan Shedden out there at the moment, Ben Baxter Peel and Rory Shedden. So I think the winners will probably come from that group.
What is it? Oh, / field question mark.
And finally, the junior girls. So this is an age group where Tasmania did exceptionally well yesterday. Ella Clausen having a big win. Ivy Rapley, who's out there first for them, also very close to the top. And Beatrix Lewis was perhaps a surprise yesterday, coming sixth, which is definitely the best result she's had at this level. Ivy's running first for them, Beatrix second, and finishing off with Ella. So, as with ACT junior boys, you'd think that if Tasmania are anywhere in range at the last changeover, they're probably going to be pretty hard to beat. The two New Zealand teams will be pretty competitive here. Victoria Underwood out at the moment, who's done well in both races so far for Harua, and Ellen Burns for Karahiwi. ACT here, a team with reasonable depth. Isabel Walter, then Layla Dent, who had a really good run yesterday with second place, and finishing off with Naomi Penton. So that's a quick run through of how things are looking in preview, and we've got some splits on.
Yep, we got our first splits in the senior girls. It looks like Neve Hoare from Harua is taking the early lead at the first radio in 6:44. Got a 10-second lead over Victoria in 6:54, and then Catherine Maundrell from the ACT in third, just 20 seconds behind Neve. So actually quite spread out early on, which sometimes can be quite rare in a relay. So it doesn't look like they're running together.
Yeah, might reflect the splitting as well. You always also with your first radio in a relay, your eyes on who you might have expected to see but haven't, and we don't have a punch yet for Greta Prince or Liana Stubbs. So that's those are the two who we might have expected to see but haven't as yet. I wonder if Liana cooked herself on Sunday.
Yeah.
I had a look at the splits yesterday. She's just never in it.
Yeah. Struggles in the heat, maybe.
Yeah. So junior boys, we have at 10 through the first radio here, and I think pretty well everyone we're expecting to see is through. Karahiwi, the leader there, but yeah, plenty of others in the mix as well.
I don't know what this is.
I reckon probably some people have punched another radio before.
Yeah, like I don't think Tassie's punched that one
Tassie,
before.
yeah.
They punched two.
So,
And at the second radio in the junior boys, Thomas Caristo and Rowan Bray look like they're running together, punching that second radio together.
okay, so they're both people we would have expected to be there or thereabouts. Greta Prince is now through the first radio in senior girls, but a fair way down. About if I'm reading that correctly, she's about 3 or 4 minutes down at that stage. We're getting some senior boys radio, first senior boys radio. So Oscar Burns. Actually, there's quite a few senior boys radios through. They just didn't quite come up as we expected them to. I think the algorithm's doing completely weird stuff with places. I'm going to ignore those.
Yeah.
Okay, so senior boys, we've had through Oscar Burns, Lachlan Braid. I think those are the ones I've seen. And Matthew Layton we've seen. Alex Van Zeller as well. Alex, I think might be in an ad hoc team. And Liana Stubbs and Turan Jurgensen also through in senior girls. They seem to be a bit down, although we're not quite sure how the algorithms are working for the relay splits. So projected places are perhaps not what they actually are in reality. We'll learn our way around the system eventually.
Liana's punched 205, so she's punched so she didn't punch the first one.
Yeah. Okay.
So she's like.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that might be good. Yeah.
Common radio. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
okay.
it's going to be confusing.
We can just focus.
Yeah.
Focus on the spectator.
Or focus.
So.
I can give them separate screens that have own comments. Alright, I'll go get you some maps, guys.
Go.
The senior boys, we're not getting any like.
Yeah, we've noticed that feed's not working properly.
think
So
that's it.
if you go create a new tab and actually just
Oh yeah, that looks good. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Ah, okay. It's just
and these are common.
yeah, okay. So
So
Okay.
just do that
Oh yeah.
for the
Yeah.
3 and 4.
Yeah.
We're not sure if it's actually live updating, so we might have to refresh those pages.
Yeah,
Okay.
Not quite sure why if it's working or not.
So wait, which ones are common?
All the ones on these screens are common.
okay.
Oh yeah. So I was like,
Okay.
why haven't some of them punched? I was like, no, they haven't even punched it.
Well, I mean, yeah, Keely
Some
Williamson
haven't
didn't punch
punched
202,
Sometimes they, yeah,
but I guess obviously
Yeah.
that's.
Yeah, that does happen.
yeah.
Like new ones.
Okay.
Yeah, right. So we'll have to refresh.
Enforce that through TVs, force a refresh, or is it better to press relay?
Okay, so current state of play in the senior girls. We think we've got things sorted now. So Catherine Maundrell has gone through control 203 in first place. 11 seconds up on Alexandra Edwards. In third place, about a minute back, is Greta Prince. And then Savannah Sweeney for New South Wales in fourth. Fifth, Liana Stubbs for Tasmania. Those five are all within 118 of each other, so yeah.
Looks like two packs have formed with Catherine and Alexandra Edwards. And here we go. We've got our first runner through the spectator now. And it looks like Rowan Braid from WA and the junior boys.
Okay, so that's a good run there for Rowan.
He looks like he's got a lead of about a minute over Queensland's Thomas Caristo, and then a further 40 seconds back is Ewan Shedden from New South Wales.
Yep, and one interesting development there is that ACT have lost quite a bit of ground early on that course. Looking at the progress split so far, I think they're about 4 or 5 minutes down at this stage. So perhaps not the start they would have wanted.
So 202 must be the pre-warning. Oh no, well the closest we've got, and then they punch 203, which is the spectator. Oh no, they punch 203. Oh no, oh that's weird.
I think just for numbering of the top
Yeah.
misleading.
Yeah. It's no senior boys. I guess junior girls maybe soon. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's junior.
Sorry.
Yeah. Junior girls, we have 4 through the most recent radio, so all fairly close to each other. So we have Eleanor Burns for Karahiwi. We have Ivy Rapley for Tasmania. They're basically together. Sophie Bacchus, which I think is an ad hoc New Zealand team, and also Justine Derimi de Courcelles for New South Wales. And we have our latest, looks like we have
Junior boys.
more junior boys through the spectator. Just trying to
Be Thomas Caristo and Ewan will be. Yeah.
Okay, so Thomas Caristo and Ewan Shedden are the ones who are due at the moment. They are about 1 to 2 minutes down on Rowan Braid at the last radio. Just waiting to get time for them now. Matty Maundrell, in fact, is through. So first senior boy through the spectator control.
Junior boys. So that's
Yeah.
after the spectator.
Yeah.
They got one just last week.
Yeah. And Alex Edwards is also coming through as our first senior girl. So that's early benchmarks here in the early benchmarks here in the senior classes. Haven't had any junior girls through as yet. But the junior girls only have a very short final loop, so the spectator is quite late in their course, whereas for the senior classes it's closer to halfway.
I think they are coming through. Maybe I think it's right because you can hear like people talking, but then like then they punch it and it seems about right. Yeah. Like, so I think it's.
Gee, it's split up a lot.
Yeah.
Good work. Well, no, I mean, I expected the first runners to come back out, Mark. You know, there should have been enough
Yes.
of them that they.
Yeah, they're big split. Like
Yeah, really? Someone's gone, taken a, you know. They've done something.
Catherine Maundrell coming through. I think
About a
she's
minute behind.
yes, probably I think a minute or a bit less down at that stage with Alex Edwards, our current leader.
Two ACT teams running together. About 3 minutes down.
Okay, Liana Stubbs and Savannah Sweeney have just come through in the senior girls. I think that's 3rd and 4th positions there. Also
Got a Prince.
Blake McKinnon through in the senior boys. I think a couple of minutes down on Matty Maundrell, so just trying to get times there.
Yeah, two and a half.
Yeah, so about 2.5. The gap was there.
Gosh.
So junior boys, current state players, Rowan Braid about 114 in front of Jacob Williams for New Zealand. Very close to them, Ewan Shedden and for New South Wales, Thomas Christo for Queensland. Another 2 minutes back to Rajiv Tamhani for the second ACT team. We haven't seen the first ACT team yet.
Yeah, gosh. So junior girls are the only one.
Yeah, the spectator is very late in their course, so yeah, like this is
Oh, here we go. Some junior girls here just before the spectator.
yeah, so this is for last loop for
Oh, I
junior
see, I
girls,
see.
so it's
And they've just punched 206, which is.
is well, no, but I don't think those numbers mean anything.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, at least Ellen and Burns. And
Okay, we've got a couple of radios through the junior girls. Eleanor Burns with a 16 seconds lead over Ivy Rapley. Unlike the other classes, for the junior girls, the spectator is very late in their course. It's probably about 80-85% distance for them. So it's not surprising that we haven't seen them yet. Yep.
And there we go. Micah Walters going through for the ACT about 6 minutes back on Rowan Braid.
Yep. So it's so they've got some work to do. But often in the relays, it's it is about avoiding disaster, and I've seen plenty of schools relays over the years where a fourth or a fifth place has given a team points which have been critical for the overall win. Yeah. Yeah.
Do we not have any junior
Well,
boys?
if you're trying to keep it interesting, who's the designated Miss Puncher?
Don't worry, we've got a plant in there. Don't joke about that.
Yeah.
Now no one can see it if they walk by.
Yeah. Good idea.
yeah, it's quite tricky.
Is that why the circle's so small?
Yeah, I should have read the bulletin. It was in the.
Yeah.
In the.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're right.
Junior boys should be the first class we see into the finish.
Yeah.
Still
I
no.
think so.
It's so chaotic that it's like hard to.
Yeah. If once the things settle down, by the time you get to second league, things
Yeah.
usually settle down a bit more.
I've seen someone from ACT that looks like a junior girl.
Isabel Walter, is it?
So junior girls, we've had a few more through the radio before the spectator. We've got 6 through now. So Karahiwi continue to lead Tasmania there. Then there's about a 1 minute gap to New South Wales. Justine Durimi to Corsells. Another minute to Hurua. I think that's a second Hurua team with Lara Nicol. Queensland with Gretel Young. I think that might be a second. No, that's for Queensland
Closest
team.
by Isabel
And Isabel Walt with ACT also in that bunch. So 6 within about 3 minutes in the junior girls, and we should see them before too much longer.
First.
And we've got another radio from the senior boys, and it looks like Lachlan Braid and Maddie Maundrell are still running together. Lachlan's got a 3-second lead over Maddie at the third radio, 24 minutes in.
Owen, I need you to bring your computer back up.
That's expected.
Junior girls, where are ya? Rowan. That junior boy.
Looks like WA setting up. Wrong grade.
And here comes Rowan Braid from WA.
So Rowan, our first finisher today. He's been out in front for a while. In fact, he's opened up a substantial lead. He was 2 minutes in front at the last radio report we've got.
No.
He's back. And he's going to come in and hand over in about 26 minutes. So a great start there for WA.
He's handing over to Archie Brownlee, but that's a great run from Rowan. Got a team into a big lead.
Yeah, so WA have pretty good depth in their junior boys. They've got Ruben Closens to finish off. Ruben had a very good very good sprint.
Third in the sprint.
Yeah. They're all capable orienteers. Rowan's the best credentialed of them, but I think WA are right in the mix for medals here if their last two runners have good runs.
And we've got our third senior boy through the third radio, Ewan Keith from Queenslander, the sub-2 800 runner, just 57 seconds back on the leader, Lachlan Braid.
And we've got... Is that Ivy Rapley?
I think.
First junior girl.
Is that Ivy Rapley?
Yep.
Yep. First junior girl now, Ivy Rapley from Tasmania, leading the junior girls.
Okay, so she's gone through Eleanor Burns in the last part of the course and finishes in about 27 minutes. Now need to see what the gap is.
And she was 15 seconds behind Elena Burns at the previous radio, so it looks like she's caught some time up there.
These guys are going
They're
to
coming-
spectator backwards.
Yeah, they're coming.
Yeah, I was thinking we might have had a couple of other finishes, but we've got a couple of people going to the spectator in different directions to what I was expecting them to.
That's for a shout out.
Looking at the map, I think it is actually a perfectly legitimate route choice. Yeah, coming in from yeah. Okay, so no sign of any more junior girls yet. So Ivy has obviously opened up a decent lead on the last part of the course.
And no sign of any junior boys. That lead just opens up for WA.
Yeah, that was perhaps a bit more expected because Rowan was 2 minutes in front of the last radio. Although having said that, it's more than 2 minutes now since he came in, so he's opened. So that break's opened up further. Justine de Remy de Courcelles coming in, we think, to the last control in junior girls. That will be our second junior girl in, and New South Wales coming in about a minute and a half behind Ivy Rapley, but a very solid run there for Justine on the first leg.
I'm not sure.
So Elena Burns coming up the finish chute now. Was leading early on, has dropped back a little bit in this last part of the course, but still going to be in third place and about 2.5 down on our current leaders, Tasmania.
And she hands over to Christina Simmons.
Still no junior boy.
So,
It looks like Simmons is actually signed.
Simon, thank you.
Yeah, no, I've got. That's one thing. Yeah, certainly if we mispronounce a name, tell us.
Anything in senior girls happening?
So senior girls, it's a while since we've had much fresh info. Pretty well everybody's through the spectator control now, apart from one of the ad hoc teams. We currently have Alex Edwards with a minute break over Catherine Maundrell. But back to the junior girls now. So this will be fourth place for Queensland, with Gretel Young coming in to hand over to Maya Lote.
And here are first senior girls, and it is Liana Stubbs. Closely followed by Neve Hoare from Harua.
Okay, so there's been some major reshuffling in the last part of the senior girls course. With Liana Stubbs, Neve Hoare.
And Greta Prince, it looks like, as well.
Okay, so 3 teams in very close to each other, and our two early leaders, Alex Edwards and Catherine Maundrell, haven't yet been sighted. Our second junior boy is through, but that is a 5-minute lead for Western Australia. That is impressive. So we've got, so it's been quite a bit of reshuffling late in the senior girls. That may well have been forking. Relays there is forking, and sometimes there can be quite a bit of reshuffling with that during the course of the event. Okay, so got a few more junior boys coming in now. Ewan Shedden and Michael.
Rajiv. It looks like the 2 ACT junior boys, Rajiv Tamhain and Micah Walter.
And Ewan Shedden just behind them.
And here we go, Matty Maundrell, our first senior boy.
Yep, so this is positions 3, 4, 5 in the junior boys, and now Matty Maundrell coming in the senior boys in the lead. So
ACT big favourites in the senior boys, and Matty's got them off to an early lead. Handing over to Ollie Bishop.
So 32 minutes or thereabouts there for Matty Maundrell.
And Matty was running, right, and here's Lachlan Braid. They were running together at the previous radio, but it looks like Matty's just put a bit of time into him at the end there. Savannah Sweeney there, second Australian in the senior girls.
Yeah, all fairly tight there. Aidan Barrett Hamilton came in with junior boys as well for Karahiwi in about 6th place. Unless I missed them, I don't think we haven't seen Alex Edwards or Catherine Maundrell yet, have we? Okay, so they've obviously lost ground on the last part of the course.
And I can hear Catherine's name being called out, so she's not far behind Savannah.
Sander Halpin, I think, in the finish.
Yeah. Oops. You better hope Catherine's heads up soon.
Sander running in an ad hoc team, but has had a pretty good run there in the senior girls.
I can see 2 Kiwis. Not sure who it is. That Blake? I'm not sure. I won't say anything.
We're not getting splits. I feel like it's just like stop working. We're not getting finish.
Yeah. Okay, so I think that will be the junior girls. That's Sophie Bacchus in a New Zealand ad hoc team. About 7 minutes down.
Some pretty big gaps out there, so a lot going on in this relay. We should come down to the wire in all classes, I reckon. Isabel Walter now coming up, the finish from the ACT and the junior girls. She will be about 8 minutes behind the leaders.
And Marcus Young from junior boys,
Okay, so also Marcus Chung for an ad hoc team in the junior boys. And Victoria Underwood for Harua in the junior girls, so a bit further back than I might have expected. About, I think, 6 or 7 minutes back in...
Queensland junior boys second team.
Yeah. Anything with the last 2 digits above 10 is an ad hoc.
Okay, so don't worry about it.
Well, yeah.
Kind of, but don't. Well, there's a 4-16, but yeah.
and Lara Nickel also finishing for an ad hoc team.
No, you and Keith. Wow, he must not be putting on his 400 metres sprint. Oscar Burns.
Oscar Burns now from New Zealand. He's in the senior boys third, and it looks like he's about a couple minutes behind Matty Maundrell now. Matthew Leighton as well from Victoria.
We're not getting splits.
Yeah. I was just using live results to check
Yeah.
for any missed punches. Doesn't look like we have. I was just looking at the live results. It doesn't look like we have any missed punches as yet, so that's good news. Alex Edwards in the finish now for Queensland Senior Girls. I think about 5 minutes down.
That Blake. And Blake McKinnon in the senior boys. And Ewan Keith from Queensland.
Okay. And Ewan
And-
Farquharson for South Australia as well in the junior boys.
And look at that 400 metre speed.
Ewan Keith showing off his top speed.
Yeah, I'm wondering with his, with his speed. I'm wondering why they put him on first league and not last. But he's in now.
Not trusting his final kick.
We're not getting any splits. I haven't checked this, but or this, but this is not working. We haven't got. Oh, never mind. Maybe is it working now? No, I've tried to refresh. Oh, okay, maybe that's fine. I'll just leave it.
So
Sorry.
Lucinda Fogarty finishing there for South Australian Senior Girls. So just doing a little bit of a roundup of where we're at in those classes. Senior girls, we currently have Harua leading from Karahiwi, Tasmania in third place, New South Wales in fourth, a couple of ad hoc teams, and then Victoria and Queensland. We are still waiting for ACT there.
And Eleanor Burns in the junior girls has punched first. 1:34 ahead of Justine DeRema-Cossell from New South Wales.
Yep. So junior girls, the state of play there is that we have Ivy Rapley there with a lead of 1:34 on the first leg for Tasmania over New South Wales. Karahiwi next after that, then Queensland, then ACT, and then Harua. Junior boys, we have WA with that very big lead, of course. Then Queensland, then ACT, then New South Wales, and Karahiwi, Tasmania, and South Australia. We don't have Harua back yet there. And senior boys, we have ACT there, WA, Karahiwi, Victoria, New South Wales, Harua, and Queensland in. So most of the first league runners are in now in most classes. Live results seem to be working.
Yeah.
Catherine Maundrell coming in now in the senior girls, but she's lost a lot of time on the last part of the course, so she's about 9 or 10 minutes down on our current leader, Harua, and that will leave the ACT with quite a bit of work to do, although they do have two pretty good runners on the last Harden, unfortunately we have our first miss puncher for the day, which is for Queensland senior girls.
And it looks like Archie Brownlee on the second leg of the junior boys just holding its lead over Ben Mansell, Orienteering ACT's second team. So he's holding that gap at around 5 minutes.
Okay, so that's in fact we have only one of the state teams is even through one radio. So WA have in fact extended their lead further.
And say Alex Mandela came in and handed over to the
In the junior girls, our early split times, Beatrix Lewis for Tasmania has opened up a lead of 3:40 over Christina Simons from Karahiwi. So Tasmania still travelling pretty well there.
nothing in the senior boys. No, that's just as messed up.
Yeah.
Senior girls. Anna Wright and Katie Clausen.
And at our first radio in the senior girls on second leg, Anna Wright and Katie Clausen appear to be running together, closely followed by Anna Batchelor from Karahiwi, only 43 seconds back on them.
Yeah, so those three basically started together. So it looks like Anna Wright and Katie Clausen have opened up a little bit of a bracket over Anna Batchelor. That could be splitting, of course, but it looks like it's still a pretty tight race through there.
Good run, Matty.
Yeah.
Yeah, we call
Yeah.
it.
Beatrix Lewis from Tasmania just going through the second radio now in 41-47 in the lead. And Queensland just punching that first radio in the junior girls. Maya Lotte, 5.56 down on Beatrix.
Yep, so the gaps look like they've opened up there early on the second leg.
And we've got our first punches in the junior boys. Patrick Mordell from the ACT punching in third, closely followed by Baxter Peel and Shay Sweeney from New South Wales there. 8.5 minutes down on Archie Brownlee.
Yep, so Archie seems to be on a really good run here. I thought that he might be the slowest of the three WA runners, but he's definitely on a flyer today.
You have to ask Ella.
So we got the senior boys punch 10 minutes in.
Yeah,
So
I
it should
think
be-
live results is going to be our best. But you were looking at first legs there on the MS show.
Yeah. Sorry?
just had a finish there from Isaac Butler for Tasmania and the senior boys. Senior girls looking at, junior boys, Ben Mansell continues to track in second place for the ACT second team, but Archie Brownlee, I think he's about to hit the spectator. He's gone through the spectator, so running well there. Patrick Maundrell's just hit a radio for ACT1, so they're still second state team there. New South Wales currently tracking in third, and Tasmania. Actually, no, it's New South Wales second team, but the New South Wales first team is tracking in third of the state teams, and Tasmania in fourth. The junior boys really spreading out today, which is not really what we expected, but yeah.
Hayden Dent on last leg from the ACT. See how much he can make up, winning by 2.5 minutes yesterday and winning the sprint as well. He could really catch up some time there, so he'll be one to watch.
And the way it's shaping up, I reckon he's going to have to run down something in the order of 7 to 8 minutes on Ruben Claessens on the last leg. That's a pretty big ask, I think.
I wouldn't put it past him, but as long as he's got his bib on, anything can happen.
Yeah, I think. Put it this way, I think I would expect that if he has a good run, Ruben would be able to defend that, but it would certainly put some pressure on.
And our first punch in the senior boys on the second leg, Oliver Bishop from the ACT punching in 45.19. Ollie was 8th yesterday on a great run, and Maddie had a 27-second lead over Lachlan Braid, so we should be expecting the WA Christopher Jury to punch any minute now.
Yeah. But there is some quite tricky erosion in this course. There's certainly plenty of room. Yeah, there is plenty of room for misadventure out there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just turn
Hello. Okay, we've got a pre-race interview here with Hayden Dent, last leg for the ACT Junior Boys team. So, how are you feeling before the race today?
I'm feeling good. I'm ready to run fast. I've got my bib on as well, so we're ready.
Yeah, good to see you've got your bib on. So, I think you've got Pat Maundrell running second leg for you. What do you think of his chances of getting close to the lead in this second leg?
Pat can definitely pull through towards the front. It's a long way to catch up, but he can do it.
All right, thanks Hayden, and good luck for your race.
Sorry.
They put a minute into Archie, Pat, and Baxter.
Okay.
So, I think it actually could be really close because.
Okay, so got some more radios through, and Baxter Peel and Patrick Maundrell have moved up a bit. So they've so Ben Mansell currently going through a spectator for the ACT second team, but behind that we have New South Wales and ACT1 in third place, about another 3 minutes back at the at most recent radios. It is. That's it. ACT2, so it's
Yeah, no, I meant tells it.
Yeah.
Queensland team
Yeah,
behind
okay. So it's that's all looking quite interesting, and we'll be keeping a pretty close eye on that margin. I was saying I'd probably back Ruben Claessens to defend a 7 to 8 minute lead. I'm not so confident if it ends up being, say, a 5 minute lead. So the last part of his course could be pretty important.
And we've got a big development in the junior girls. Christina Simons from Karahiwi has reduced the gap from 4 minutes to about 48 seconds on Beatrix Louise. So that could be, maybe Beatrix has made a mistake out there, but Christina's running really well.
Yeah, the next two state teams have also made up a little bit of ground on Beatrix. So Milo Queensland at 5:16, Layla Dent for ACT at 6:41. They've both made up about a minute on Beatrix since the first split, but obviously still a fairly comfortable lead. And of course, Tasmania have Ella Clausen, yesterday's winner, going out on last leg. So that's yeah, I think any. And in fact, we've just got Christina Simons has cut that gap to 11 seconds. But yeah, as I was just about to say, I think if Tasmania go out in the junior girls with any sort of lead, they're going to be pretty hard to stop.
And it looks like Katie Clawson's just gone through the spectator, 42 seconds ahead of Anna Wright from Harua.
Yep, and they've actually opened things right up on Anna Batchelor. Anna was second yesterday, but dropped back a bit today. She's 3:02 down at the most recent radio check, but still in third place.
And in the senior boys, Zach Meads and Solomon Randerson, the two Kiwis, have punched the first radio 3 minutes and 4 minutes down on Oliver Bishop. So good start from Ollie.
Yeah.
And Lachlan Cody as well from New South Wales.
Eric
just
Lovell,
behind them.
Eric Lovell for Queensland as well. So those four are all within about a minute of each other. But Oliver Bishop has a pretty useful lead here for ACT, about 3 minutes up.
And with Eli Dent on last leg, fifth yesterday, won the sprint. He'll 60th at Jayhawk Medal, I hear.
Does that medal?
And actually, Christina Simons had closed the gap to Beatrix Lewis to just 11 seconds.
No, just 48 seconds.
We said it, but she just came through this.
And Layla Dent from the ACT, second yesterday, punched the radio just before the spectator, 5 minutes down. So she's actually put 2 minutes into the leaders there. So good start from Layla. And our first senior boy through the spectator, Ollie Bishop from the ACT, with a lead of what we think should be over about 3 minutes.
Oh, we're back. Yes.
Yeah. I think the setup that's going to work best for us is live results there and the progressive feed
Yeah,
there.
so this is working now.
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyway, you do whatever
Yeah.
you want.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the commentary feed was up with this one. I think. Oh no,
Yeah.
next one. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so Paxton Peel and Pat Maundrell are through in the junior boys. Just get to see how they're tracking. We've been keeping a pretty close eye on how the margins are shaping up there. So just looking at, so the gap is still about 7.5 minutes to Western Australia at that stage.
And Chris Drury from WA, the gap was over 3 minutes. Now it's only down to 46 seconds. So maybe Ollie's made a mistake there, but that'll be one to keep an eye on.
Although Chris didn't show up at the previous radio, so that's perhaps one to watch.
And Anna Batchelor from Karahiwi just going through the spectator, 3.5 minutes down on Katie Clawson.
So that's still staying more or less as is. Looking at some of the other teams there, so we have Karahiwi in third, a couple of ad hoc teams, New South Wales currently fourth official team, and then ACT fifth, but third state.
Grant was looking through the like 1980s Australian schools competition. So I'm gonna when they talk about Ella, I'll say daughter of Andy Hogg, who was third in 1986 and then 13. Just as quite funny.
Yeah.
Seeing all of them, you were there.
Yeah, mate, we missed our opportunity just to say that Angus Hewitt, the son of Kirsten Fairfax, who was second in the nines in 87. Yeah.
All right.
Is that Beatrix Lewis and Christina Simons coming in?
I reckon it might be. So Beatrix Lewis and Christina Simons, we can see. They are finishing, so Tasmania will remain in the lead here. Beatrix Lewis just ahead of Christina Simons. Christina running for Karahiwi. So Ella Clausen goes out and Sophie Hurd more or less together.
First and second in the school sprint. This could be a really tight battle in the junior girls.
It could be, and there's we know there's forking. We know it's quite technical in places. Perhaps a little bit less so for the juniors than the seniors, and so it's could be interesting. But you'd have to think Tasmania are favourites here. Yeah, and looking at the junior girls course, they certainly haven't made it easy for them.
Really? Yeah. You're right.
I have to say I would have expected to see Archie Brownlee pop up with some more splits by now. So he may have struck some issues on the last part of the course. Will be interesting to see how this develops over the next few minutes.
Good run. Yeah, it's fine. Good job.
Archie, they're calling Archie Brownlee.
And having said that, it seems like he's just about to finish.
There he is.
Archie Brownlee now coming up the finish from WAF first in the junior boys.
Yeah. Yep, so Archie Brownlee coming in. He's done about 32 minutes, which is, Rowan Braid did 26 on the first league, but 31.32 is about what the next bunch of people were doing. So Ruben Clausen's going out, and we've been saying for a while now that the big question is going to be how much of a lead they send Ruben out with. It was 7.5 minutes at the last rodeo. My sense is that's probably going to come down a little bit, but we'll have to wait and see just what happens there.
And the issue was that because Alex was also pretty much quite like it maybe and now they back to that because last year
And Zach Meads and Solomon Randerson now punching just going through the spectator now, and the senior boys about 3.5 minutes behind Ollie Bishop. So that gap is slightly extending.
Yeah, and also not far behind them, Jacob Abernathy for a New Zealand ad hoc team, Lachlan Cody for New South Wales, and Eric Lovell for Queensland. So still very tight there in that, and Charles Milne for an ad hoc as well. So there's still 6 teams there separated by 2 minutes 15 at that point from 3rd through to 8th. So it looks like the South Australian senior boys are down as a missed punch, which is a pity because that was their best age group yesterday. They were 3rd place amongst the state teams or 2nd place amongst the state teams yesterday. So yeah, that's a pity for them.
And we should be expecting Oliver Bishop from the ACT coming up into the finish in about the next couple of minutes.
So
First leg runners.
okay, so this is Lucas Schultz coming in for Queensland. Now he hasn't shown up in the radios at all, and he's got He's got quite close to Archie Brownlee. That's only about a 3-minute gap there. That's
Not sure. Yeah, I don't know.
SI number issue probably.
Yeah.
But Ben Mansell from the ACT and the ACT second team coming up now.
Yep.
Junior girls
Mayo Lote, okay. So Mayer is in 3rd place, I think. And just
junior girls.
Yeah, they called it.
yep. So Mayer comes in 3rd place. So pretty solid run there for her. About 5 minutes down on our leading pair. Okay, so that mixes the junior boys up a little bit more than I was expecting. We've Queensland about 3 minutes behind, assuming it all's okay with, Luca was saying hasn't come up on our radios at all. I'm guessing that might be a stick number issue, but which we've sorted out. He's coming as mispunch at the moment, but
Yes.
I wouldn't surprise me if that's going to be okay.
They were 5 minutes down. He would have had to have it. I mean,
That's great. I mean, Art's just a little bit off.
Yeah.
But
No, I wouldn't. Yeah, my assumption is that because he came up on no radios, my assumption is he's gone out with the wrong SI stick. So,
Okay.
so that means he'll come up as a mispunch initially, but it may well be impaired.
Okay. Yeah. What's surprising him? I'm surprised him how much time he caught. There's catching time at every radio.
Yeah,
That's not what I'd expect.
It's
He's-
Lucas Schultz.
He's really young.
yeah,
He shouldn't have the legs.
Ben Schultz is.
yeah.
Like, he's a good navigator.
And as
He's just too young.
I said yesterday, Luca
Katie
still has the
Clausen,
distinction
senior
of being
girls.
the youngest person to have beaten the industry.
And Katie Clausen, our first finisher in the senior girls now. She
Okay.
started with Anna Wright, but it looks like she's opened up a bit of a gap.
Yep, so it's 42 seconds up on Anna Wright at the last radio feed. So it'll be interesting to see how that gap has changed. We haven't yet seen any more junior boys in, so that gap I think is now beyond 5 minutes.
given that reaction, I would say that's a mispunch.
Yeah.
I think he has definitely.
Yes.
Leo Croxford.
So now the junior boys, what is the gap? 3:12. Yeah.
Yeah. I actually wonder whether he might have taken the wrong map.
Not this again.
Okay, still no more junior boys through. So we're now out to 6.5 minutes.
Are we happy with order for Saturday?
I think that's the best order what they had at the moment.
Yeah, happy with that order? You happy to go first?
I'm happy with that.
It's,
what do you guys
it's
wanna do?
basically complete daylight for the first leg.
Yeah.
It's just, but then third leg is dark.
Third leg will be fully dark. So you have a good torch? Or do you
Layla
want
was
to-
only
Yeah,
45 seconds behind.
But like, you might still need a torch because it might get dark.
Massive. I'll definitely want a
Yeah,
torch.
you'll need it.
Yeah.
Okay, but
But hopefully I won't need it for like.
He'll need it, but he can like just have it just in case he like messes up.
So you're happy to just leave for I'm happy with that. I think I'm happy to go second this time.
you got one of those?
I was actually solid yesterday-ish. But I was so slow, man, on the hills.
Hey, so I'm listening to your strategy. What are you going to do?
Okay, so senior girls now. We have, this will be Anna Wright. The gap was 42 seconds. I think it's a bit more than that. I think it's gone out to about 2.5 minutes. So Tasmania with a pretty solid lead. Sophie Hartman on last leg there, but Zara 2. Okay, Zara 2's to run down 2.5 on Sophie Hartman. That could be fun.
Yeah.
Another Kiwi and a bachelor.
No, it could be Ant.
No, it's a junior.
410.
Ant, I'm going to say. I reckon it's Harua.
Good luck pronouncing it.
Yanfi McMillan Armstrong finishing for her in junior girls, and she will be in 4th place.
And she was 3 minutes behind Layla Dent, who we don't have at the previous radio, but we don't have Layla through the finish yet.
Okay, so Baxter Peel coming in for junior boys. No Patrick Maundrell yet, and the gap is 8.5 minutes.
Handing over to Rory Shedden, who was third yesterday.
It's so that's the second state team. And I think I'd go so far as to say that as long as Ruben Claessens has a reasonably clean run, I think WA have too big a lead.
When was the last time WA won a junior boys relay?
Last time they won a relay, full stop.
Shea Sweeney. New South Wales second team.
Yeah.
Shea Sweeney and New South Wales second team coming up the finish now.
No, Pat Maundrell.
So we should expect Anna Batchelor.
Yeah. Because Anna made a mistake. Like so many.
Like, senior boys, how's senior boys go? No one's come in.
Yeah, I'm surprised we haven't seen Ollie. Oh, no, actually.
Well, 32. Yeah, so the first lease is 32. Ollie's on 35 now. So
Adrian. Why did you put them in second?
no idea.
It's just like these really gentle rolling hills.
That's Ollie.
No features
Got
on
punches.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like you can run so
Okay, so we started playing senior boys where we haven't seen any changeovers yet. The most recent radio, Oliver Bishop had a lead for ACT, had a lead of 118 over Christopher Drury for WA. Zach Meads for Hurua third at 307. And then the next two official teams, Queensland and New South Wales.
Layla Dent now in the junior girls from the ACT.
Also Anna Batchelor in senior girls, so Anna Batchelor coming in third place in senior girls, and Layla Dent in fifth place for the ACT.
Junior boy Kiwi.
Where is he? No, Pat Maundrell.
Okay, so yeah, can you go back to junior boys free for a moment?
Yeah, Ruben.
It's interesting. We don't have a first radio for Ruben Claessens yet, and we would have expected one. That first radio is missing the odd person, but yeah, we'll keep an eye on that.
Where's Ollie?
We can shout out Levi Cody selects for the independents. Maybe bad coach.
far out. Queensland having a shocker. Whoever's coaching him has been absolutely awful. That guy better be paying to be
Felix Ward.
Also had Daniel Porteous in for Hurua in junior boys.
And this is Felix Ward from Tasmania coming in.
No, that's Callum Degener.
Is it?
yeah, Callum Degener in the senior boys.
Going to the Spectator.
Yep, I think that's a spectator.
My bad. Callum Degener going through the Spectator and the senior boys.
I was like, what?
Yeah,
You just run through the whole field.
Yeah.
That's a composite team.
Still no sign of Oliver Bishop from the ACT. We would have expected to seen him.
Was it Zach?
Yep, I think that's
Zach.
Zach. So
Zach
we
Meads. He was 3 minutes down at the earlier radio, so it looks like Oliver Bishop and Christopher Drury have lost some time, but Zach's going to put Harua into the lead with Tahi Harris. And then
Chris Drury in the finish now as well. So this is first and second.
WA's winning.
Yeah, I saw him out there. He was struggling.
WA, yeah.
WA leading both the junior boys and senior boys Australian relays. And here's Ollie. No, it's Patrick Maundrell. It looks like Pat's lost a bit of time over the last bit there.
Yep, so they'll go out in 6th place. You'd expect Hayden Dent to 7th place. You'd expect Hayden Dent to gain some of those places, but yeah, the win may be too far away.
Five minutes to New South Wales 1, but he won't catch that one roaring.
Yeah.
So.
Holy fuck if he does that. 13 minutes. Make some cat sounds. I don't like doing that.
That's what I'm told.
Pick up. Shot a chance of getting the senior girls podium. Is that what you want?
Where?
Still haven't seen any radio times on leg 3 from Ruben Claessens.
Yes. No. Yes.
Oh my god, it's so painful.
Taz to win outright.
Stressful.
New Zealand Harua to be second.
So
New
Tucker
Zealand
Ellery to come.
here to be third.
I'm going to say Tucker Ellery third test 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Sounds like.
Was it Ollie?
Looks like an ACT girl.
15 minutes.
That's where they said Ollie. Al Michael. She's second ACT junior.
I can hear people shouting Ollie.
Yeah, it's an ad hoc. Yep.
And Ollie Bishop now coming, just punching the last control now. He'll hand over to Eli Dent.
What's that?
There's also Ingrid Young, but her team is coached.
Yep.
I think they-
Yep, so ACT will go out about, I think about 3 minutes down on New Zealand. So that will be Eli Dent against Tahi Harris. So that could be quite interesting. We do have WA coming up as a miss punch there in the senior boys. Just wait to confirm things there. And Zara Twos has caught Sophie Hartman in the senior girls at the first radio.
Sophie had a 2-minute lead at the changeover, but Zara's already closed that, so it looks like they'll be running together.
Junior boys 3. We don't have a punch for. No, I'm looking at junior boys. Hang on here. I don't care about that.
New South Wales junior girls, Isabel Newton.
Yeah.
Junior girls, Isabel.
Yep. Isabel Newton coming in for New South Wales junior girls.
Where's WA? And no punch from Ruben Claessens, but
Yeah.
we're not sure.
Yeah, I would have almost expected to have seen him at the Spectator by now if he's on the decent run. So this is interesting.
And with no punch from Ruben Claessens to the first radio yet, we have Rory Shedden in the lead.
Let's go, Eric!
Eric Lovell from Queensland senior boys.
Let's go,
Eric.
Eric!
Eric Lovell coming in for the New South Wales senior boys, and they're I think they're travelling reasonably well. I think they might be second state at the moment. I think.
Oh, and we have a punch from Ruben Claessens. 3 minutes down on Rory Shedden.
Okay, so Ruben has lost significant time on the first part of the course by the looks of it, and that really shakes things up again. You'd think New South Wales are probably in the box seat there. Yeah, I wouldn't mind one actually. Yeah, just flat white. Yeah. Yeah, one sugar. Yeah.
Where's New Zealand senior boys at?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Thanks. Okay, so Elamar Lang finishing there for the Victorian junior girls. That will put them in 10th place for the moment. But I think Ella's run a very good leg there. I guess her at about 27, 28 minutes, so that's one of the fastest leg times we've seen today. It looks like Zara Toos and Sophie Hartman continue to run together.
And the next time we see those two will be through the spectator.
So I needed them to still finish in this order, but it's not going to happen because Zara Toes is going to absolutely ruin them. I don't know who Zara Toes. That's Toes. That's Toes.
And Mira Walter now from the ACT. She looks like she's had a really good run.
Yeah, that will put them into 7th outright but 3rd state team. And one of the things I'm just tracking is we said earlier that ACT need 18 points to guarantee them the win, regardless of any other state results. And Oliver Bishop in first. ACT in first in the senior boys and 3rd in the senior girls. That gives them 12. That would give them 12 of the points. Their current, I think they're currently on track to get somewhere in the 3, 4, 5 points from the junior boys, and the junior girls. They're currently in 4th place. So they'd.
And here we go, Tasmania, the junior girls. This is Ella Clausen with Ivy Rapley
and Beatrix Lewis.
And they'll take the win in the junior girls.
So just waiting for confirmation on the punches there, but we hadn't really been looking too closely at the junior splits, but it's it looks like Ella broke away from Sophie Hurd fairly early on, and has opened up a fairly substantial lead. In fact, Sophie Hurd has just come through with another radio and is 4 minutes back, so that gives you an idea of how things are tracking there.
And just before we had Mira Walter hand over to Ella Hogg, who's the daughter of Andy Hogg, who is 3rd at the 1986 Men 13 at the Australian Schools Orienteering Competition. So Ella will be one to watch.
There's a few who've got parents whose history goes back quite a way. Andy was incidentally also in the 1991 ACT schools team, which competed at the area that we ran the Australian Long on. I was comparing maps the other day, and I have to say the 1991 map has a lot more yellow on it than the 2025 one does.
Not surprised.
Yeah, so getting back to what I was saying before, if the ACT teams stay where they are now, they will get those 18 points quite comfortably. In any case, any points for Tasmania and New South Wales drop reduces that target somewhat, and it's pretty unlikely, for example, that Tasmania are going to get any close to maximum points in the senior boys. So, as long as their teams finish, I think ACT looking pretty good here.
And Rory Shedden should be approaching the spectator any second now. And Hayden Dent, starting over 9 minutes behind, has caught up about 3.5 minutes. And Ruben Klaassen just punching the second radio in the junior boys, 5 minutes down on Rory Shedden.
Yeah. Yeah, so if Hayden's on a good run, we think that he'll probably come through fairly soon. So it looks like a battle for second at the moment.
Aiden Tomlins for Queensland and Amy's punch.
Oh.
In New Zealand, Karahiwi, it looks like we've got a missed punch.
In fact, we have 2 missed punches for Karahiwi on the second leg. Senior boys and junior boys both down as missed punches. Yeah, I've called that already. Lachlan Cody coming through in senior boys. That is third place of the state teams. So New South Wales continuing to perform pretty solidly there. He will hand over to Matthew Slater.
And I wonder, with 2 Karahiwi missed punches, how interesting that will make the overall schools competition between.
If assuming those missed punches are confirmed, I think ACT have just about got that one in the bank. Who are of course are still doing pretty well though.
Rory Shedden, I don't know if he punched the radio.
Rory Shedden's punch.
But I didn't hear his name.
Hayden Dent has just gone through the second radio in junior boys. 5:56 down on Rory Shedden and 58 seconds down on Ruben Closens. So he's lost a little bit of time to Rory in that sector, but has gained a bit on Ruben. Also through that radio is Henry Jordan for the Tasmanians, and he's on a pretty good run actually. In fact, he's more. He started 40 seconds behind Hayden, and he's sticking with him at the moment.
I think he had a pretty good run.
Yeah, Henry was 12th yesterday, so quite a good run. And we've just got our third punch at the first radio from Amy McGowan from Karahiwi. 9.5 minutes back on Sophie Hartman and Zara Twos.
Still no punch.
And we'll be keeping an eye on the senior boys. Tahi Harris going out about 2 minutes ahead of Eli Dent. But still no first radio punch. Oh, and just as I say that, Tahi Harris has punched the first radio from Harua in 82.48.
That's Zara Twos. I've heard a lot of people shouting out, go Zara. So
Zara Twos through the spectator. Any sign of Sophie Hartman yet? Well, don't think so. So it looks like Zara Twos has broken away there.
It's annoying they go through the spectator and then we get the punch.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it was Zara, but like I heard
No, it was.
She's down. They've come through on the splits.
someone's coming through. That looks like Sophie Hartman just come through.
Okay, so that's still pretty tight then. Sophie Hartman coming through. That's less than a minute, I think.
Don't know who that is.
And Jemima Hoskin in the junior girls from Harua just going through the spectator there as well in third place.
Is it a second? Oh no, third.
Third.
Yeah, sorry. I was close enough. I forgot this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should expect to see.
We haven't had Sophie Heard.
Yeah, no, we haven't.
No. But we should be expecting to see Sophie Heard from Karahiwi finishing in the junior girls any minute now.
Yeah, but and I think we are about to see her finish. So good anticipation there, Owen.
Yeah. And we just had a few more punches in the junior girls. it looks like Naomi Penton from the ACT's caught and passed Shari Gilbert from Queensland.
Yep, so that Sophie Hurd comes in second place for Karahiwi. Now, no, that puts ACT into second state in the junior girls. That's also a pretty important result for points. That gives them a... I think they're looking pretty comfortable anyway, but it certainly gives them a bit more breathing space if they can get that result on the board.
Oh, Hayden Dent. And Hayden, I reckon that's Hayden Dent. Just going through the spectator now.
And Henry Jordan's come up on our radios there as well. Hayden hasn't come up on our radio, so that's probably a radio issue, but they seem to be dicing for third and fourth at the moment.
No, nothing. No, we do have a punch from Hayden. 5:20 down on Rory Shedden.
Yep.
So it looks like he's overtaken Ruben Claessens.
Yep. Okay, so it's the pre-spectator control radio that we were calling. So it looks like Hayden has moved into second. But the gap to Rory Shedden started at 5:22 and it's now 5:21. So it's Adrian Garbellini coming into the finish for an ad hoc team, second league senior boys.
Fan favourite among the Queenslanders.
Fan favourite among the Queenslanders. No, sure.
Also Petra Slavic for the New Zealand ad hoc
Eli
team.
Dent, just going through the spectator there. We don't have a punch from Eli yet, so we'll see what happens there, but I reckon that might be the lead in the senior boys.
Yeah, that looks quite promising there for Eli.
He started just over 2 minutes behind Tahi Harris, and no sign of Tahi yet. So Eli's good start from Eli.
Okay, so the gap between Zara Twos and Sophie Hartman at the spectator was 45 seconds. Amy McGowan for Karahiwi currently 11:26 behind that pair. There are only two others who've been through a radio, Orla Hoare for an ad hoc team and Ella Hogg for the ACT, both of whom have been through the first radio.
No punch from Eli. Could be interesting. Yeah. How long? Oh, they had quite a big loop, to be fair.
How long has he been out?
He started at 9:05, so 23 minutes.
Okay, so probably like...
He should be in the next.
Ruben Claessens through the spectator.
Ruben Claessens just through the spectator control. Henry Jordan also, so those would be third and fourth.
And Callum Degenar just coming in for the senior boys, handing over to Ewan Best. So see how much time Ewan can make up.
Okay, that's so we're just looking at where we're at there. In the senior boys. So looking to see what sort of break, what the potential is for Ewan to run people down. Can you bring up senior boy two? Okay, so Tasmania in 10th place out at the moment, 18:56 down. Looking at what's ahead, to start catching state teams, Victoria are 6 minutes ahead, New South Wales 8 minutes ahead, Queensland 14 minutes ahead. So in second, so I think I could see for Tasmania getting to third. I think second might be a bit too much of an ask.
And here we go, our first junior boy, Rory Shedden, coming into the finish now. Rory's had a great run, and this is going to be the win in the junior boys. Flying into the finish with his teammate, his brother Ewan Shedden and Baxter Peel.
Thanks. I'm pretty sure Eli went through. We don't have any punch from Eli.
Yeah. So we've had Jemima Hoskin also at the finish in third place in the junior girls. So we missed that a bit earlier on. So it's the two New Zealand teams now in the finish in that class.
Actually, so hard to recognise. Like, what New Zealand team is like
Yeah.
a one level team?
Yeah. So Karahiri out.
And Naomi Penton from the ACT just going through the spectator. She is on a good run and looks like we'll be running into the second Australian team.
Second leg runner.
Miles Bryant being spectator and some of those.
And Miles Bryant on a good run in the senior boys. He started just over 4 minutes behind Tahi Harris, but now is only 2:45 behind.
Yeah. Yeah, we're still a little bit of a mystery what's going on with Eli Dent there because he hasn't come up on any radio times. That can sometimes mean an incorrect SI stick or something like that, which will hopefully be able to be fixed. But
I reckon it might be because of that.
yeah, there's a few like that actually.
It's like he actually hit. Something didn't turn off his. I don't know.
Yeah, and there's a few show. If you look at some of the other, I think the League 3 junior boys, if you look at that, there's about 5 who are showing up with completed times.
Oh yeah. So ACT second, first senior boys, second junior boys, second junior girls, and maybe third. Tassie,
or
second
at the moment.
So
As long as they don't miss punch.
Yeah, I think they'd even one miss punch they'd survive. I think.
As long as two don't miss punch. Like Hayden Dent remembers his bid.
Yeah, well he has. We've seen it on him.
Said that in the last interview.
And here's Hayden. Oh no, sorry, my bad.
Go Max!
Max Walter.
they look similar.
Good on you, Max!
Running just as fast as Hayden.
Yeah.
Go Max!
Zara Twos. Looks like she's got no company, so this will be the win in the senior girls.
Yeah, Pura taking the points here in the senior girls. Zara 2's after a tight battle with Sophie Hartman. She caught her early on, running close to each other for a while, but Zara 2's has pulled through, and Neve Hoare, Anna Wright and Zara 2's our winning team in the junior girls for Hurua. And
I'm not sure about that.
I think that's as Queensland finishing in junior boys, but unfortunately they've mispunched on an earlier leg. So
Great team effort.
No, I was just going to say interviews, but Hayden?
Yeah, that's Hayden.
And here's Hayden Dent.
So Hayden, Hayden's had a good solid run there. He's gone through a lot of people, and he'll bring ACT through into second place here in the junior boys behind New South Wales.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've still got. So senior girls, Sophie Hartley should be through in like a minute or
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
Provide there's no errors.
I'm wondering if, do you want to look at the Mesho screens for senior boys? I'm wondering
Yeah, I
if
didn't.
Eli's
I didn't
picked up on
I,
that.
no,
You know you're speaking into it.
oh, no, that's New Zealand. No, nothing.
That I think might be Henry Jordan coming into the finish for Tasmanian junior boys. Just checking up on that.
Check junior boys.
Junior boys free. No, not not yet. I saw a Tasmanian junior boy finishing.
And we've just had Tahi Harris punch the second last radio in the senior boys in the lead, but we're not sure what's happening with Eli Dent. No radios from him so far. Oh, and in fact, we do have a punch from Eli Dent, 53 seconds behind Tahi Harris.
But is this?
Yeah.
Who's this? ACT? Is this junior girls?
It's Naomi Penton.
Yeah, and Naomi Penton from the ACT now. This is going to be the second Australian team, 4th overall.
Yep.
Good run
run there from Naomi, and that's ACT first points on the board for the day, but they're travelling pretty well in all 4 relays, and it looks only a matter of time before their overall win in the schools championships is confirmed.
How good.
Can I grab the mic for a sec, guys?
Yeah.
Just to get the mass started.
Yep.
Just stay near. Yeah. Boy.
All good. Just this is an important announcement for team officials. So hopefully you saw in the time frame or the timetable for today, the mass start for any second or third leg runners who have not started will be at 9:45. So that's actually in about 8 minutes. So you need to round up any of your competitors. They might think they're not starting for an hour, but they'll be starting very soon. So the mass start for all remaining competitors is at 9:45.
And Shari Gilbert now, 3rd Australian team, 5th overall from Queensland, just finishing in the junior girls.
Okay, so it's Queensland with some points on the board. I was just actually having a look to see whether there was any chance that ACT might catch Harua and win the Southern Cross Challenge outright. The junior boys might be important for that because Harua are struggling a bit in that, and if ACT can put 4 or 5 points between them and Harua, but I can see Alfie Cochrane's come through in 5th place for Harua, so and there's a bit of a gap to 6, so it looks like maybe the ACT will gain 3 points maybe on Harua there, but they need to gain 6 who are already in with the win in senior girls, and I think that's probably going to be a bit too far unless there's a mispunch somewhere.
And we should be expecting Tahi Harris in the senior boy from Harua at the last control very soon.
Yeah.
But it could be quite tight with Eli. And Ewan Best just punching the first radio in the senior boys. He looks like he's caught up a bit of time there.
Well, he's caught New South Wales and he's caught Victoria, so that's or virtually caught them. He's within a minute of both of them, and I think he's going to go straight through them and probably put Tasmania to 3rd, I think.
Yeah. Ella Hogg there going through the spectator. Just behind Orla Hort, and Ella will be going through 2nd Australian team, 5th overall.
Really?
And juniors are done.
It's tight.
Junior boys, junior boys have still got third place to come in.
WA maybe. Tassie. I reckon this might be Henry Jordan.
Okay, so third place in junior boys was looking like a fight between Tasmania and WA.
Here's Sophie Hartman, second in the senior girls.
I think no, Sophie finished a while back, didn't she? No, Sophie finished ages ago.
Did she? No.
Is it? Oh, no, I didn't. Oh, no, she did. No, that is her. Okay. So
Second overall in the senior girls, first Australian team. Good run from all three of them there. Liana Stubbs and Katie Clausen as well.
yes.
And here's Henry Jordan as well, third in the junior boys. Good run from him on third leg. Third overall and third Australian team.
Ruben Clarkson's fourth.
And here's Ruben Klaassen. So that's actually quite close in the junior boys. Looks like he'll be fourth overall, just behind the Tassies there.
Where are the senior boys?
It did take a long time from their last.
Yeah.
So we're looking for Tahi, Harris, Miles Bryant, or Eli Dent.
Maddie ran 32.
Don't speak on the mic. Miles hasn't come up, but he was only 2:47 behind. Could just be like. Is that healthy? Yep. No, that's not Tahi. That is not Tahi.
Alfie. I reckon that's Alfie Cochrane from Harua. Fifth overall. And that could be quite interesting in the Southern Cross Challenge. And we have Eli Dent. Can't see Tahi Harris. This is going to be the win in the senior boys. Eli will run in with Ollie Bishop and Maddie Maundrell. And they can just jog it in. It's not close. So Eli was a minute down at the previous radio, so it looks like he's caught and passed Tahi Harris.
Okay, so just updating on the overall points here. So assuming ACT are okay there with punching, it looks like they are. That means that the most Tasmania can get is 25 today, which moves ACT's target to 15. They already have 13. What that means is that the next finishing ACT team will win the mid-championships.
And Tahi Harris just finishing there, so it was quite close.
Oh, actually, I missed putting the points in for Naomi Penton. So, in fact, that result from Eli Dent, assuming all the punches are okay, does give ACT enough points to get over the line.
Waiting for Miles Bryant and senior girls. Is that Amy McGowan?
Yep.
Yeah, assuming Eli's punched okay, but that
But
should
we
be a
have,
formality.
Now much punches from me in there?
Yeah, it looks like Eli's up as finished, so I think we can say that ACT have won the Australian Schools Championships. I'm just going to see if the Southern Cross is still in mathematical doubt. Can you pull up senior girls?
Oh, Harua have missed punch.
Yep. Okay, we have a missed punch from Harua in junior boys. That really throws the Southern Cross Challenge open. That really and also from WA, by the looks of it.
Ewan Best through the spectator there.
I believe he's third Australian.
Should be third Australian team. Ewan catching a lot of time, as expected.
Okay, can you pull up senior girls?
We've still got Cara Healy, Matt Slater through, 4th Australian team.
He's actually hung on. Matt Slater there going through the spectator and senior boys, 4th Australian team.
They've actually kind of held on to the UMS pretty well, to be honest.
And we should be expecting Amy McGowan from Karahiwi in the senior girls any minute now.
And also Miles Bryant.
And Ella Hogg was 3 minutes back at the previous radio.
Yeah. And I just just checked, and notwithstanding that's missed punch, I think Karua do have enough points to hold off the ACT because the ACT, all Karua's point teams are in. ACT still have Ella Hogg out there, but they would need to get 8 points from the senior girls, and there are only 7 available.
Junior girls, 4th for New South Wales, I think.
So New South Wales junior girls finishing, and they will be fourth state team in.
But okay.
So I've got Miles, Amy McGowan, Ella Hogg potentially. How far is she back? Yeah. I mean, you'd also have Xanthi Schubert, but yeah. I think he might be. Yeah, I think Miles is coming in. Here comes Miles Bryant.
And Miles Bryant now coming into the finish. 3rd place, 2nd Australian team in the senior boys. Good run from Miles here on 3rd leg.
I know a lot of people did not. So it seems like it's similar navigation the whole time to me. There's erosion values absolutely
All right, for the public. So for the public, this is important. We obviously want to get you out onto the course as quick as possible to avoid the heat. So you hopefully saw the timetable, but just as a reminder, course 7, easy, is a mass start at 10 o'clock. That's in 12 minutes, and you need to be checked in before then. So 12 o'clock. 10 o'clock. Very easy's 2 minutes after them, 10:02. And then public courses 3 and 4 are 10:04. So if you're doing any of those, you need to be over. If you're doing one of the competition courses, their courses 1, 2, 6, your mass start will be after the presentations at 10:30.
with the 1, 2, 6 at 10:30 after.
Xanthi Schubert coming in but mispunched, senior girls.
There's a lot of track down there. Like enough to be like, because they're like all like off-road tracks.
Okay, so I've been looking a bit at the battle for second place in the Australian schools. So Tasmania started today 1 point ahead of New South Wales. The 2 junior classes, both those states are in, and Tasmania has gained a net 1 point across the junior classes. So it takes their lead out to 2. In senior girls, Tasmania are in. New South Wales are not. So the best that New South Wales can hope for is to lose 1 point to Tasmania in that class. And looking at the senior boys at the moment, Tasmania and New South Wales are pretty close, but New South Wales would need to beat Tasmania by a minimum 3 places in senior boys to get into second, assuming there's no miss punch. So Tasmania looking pretty good there.
If you want to let them know they can get their maps, we're just going to put them in behind us.
Maps. Oh, I don't have them. Maps are available for collection now. Near the comment, I think some boxes have been put up near the presentation banner.
And Jake McLennan from Karahiwi just running in the senior boys now, but unfortunately that team does have a missed punch.
I think there's a potentially interesting battle shaping up for second state in the senior girls between Ella Hogg and Rebecca Craig. For most recent rodeo, Ella was 2 minutes 13 up on Rebecca. But she did start behind Rebecca, so Ella's actually gone through Rebecca at that stage.
But still no punch from Amy McGowan, who we would have expected to see. She was 3 minutes ahead of Ella Hogg. So that'll be an interesting development in the senior girls.
Yeah, although looking at how long it's taking senior girls to get to the finish from that rodeo, Zara 2's took 11 minutes, Sophie Harmon 17, and Amy McGowan's currently on about 15 or 16. So we'd expect her soon, but it's not completely out of. Got the Victorian junior girls finishing now.
And it looks like Ella Hogg. Ella Hogg has ran in, and it's close. Amy McGowan follows her, but it looks like Ella Hogg. This is a battle for third overall in the senior girls. And it looks like Ella will run into third, so she has caught Amy McGowan.
Yep, and that so third and second state there for ACT, fourth for Karahiwi. I think that result also I think just about puts beyond doubt that Tasmania will take second in the in ASOC.
Feels like it.
Yeah, well, New South, to have any chance at all, Rebecca had to beat Ella.
Tassie's had a pretty good relay.
It's pretty
interesting to see who's got the day, the overall day results.
Yeah, I think it'll be ACT. I think because
Tassie will be second.
You've got to win in 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Do we know whether the public need control description?
I would say I don't think so. Yeah.
I don't think we can interview you. I think we'd have to see them. We interview Kaden and then before the match. You can interview. Nah, I could answer. Should we get any interviews?
Yeah, let's do
it. Yeah, it's a few.
I'll see if I can get Rory.
Or get the whole New South Wales team.
Yeah, nice.
Just not everyone.
I was just really. I'll try doing it. Just because I'm not on the first.
Yeah. Yeah. No, zero.
I was just Here we go. New South Wales senior girls.
And here's New South Wales senior girls. Rebecca Craig, Savannah, and
Steph Dunn?
Jessica Dunn
Yeah.
running into third Australian team. It actually seems like it's quite tight between Harua and ACT for the Southern Cross Challenge, but I think we have worked out that it won't be enough for ACT.
Yeah, that seems to be correct. By my reckoning, ACT have taken 30 points from today and Harua 25. So ACT are going to have lost by a point, which is in fact the closest an Australian team has got to winning the Southern Cross Junior Challenge since its inception.
And I think it's ACT's first win since 2018.
Yeah, that sounds about right to me.
I never won one.
Yeah.
Just before you came in. Now I'm a Tessa. You want to jump on the mics?
Hopefully this will be the start of the ACT dominating days again. What? Me? Oh yeah, I was wrong, yeah.
Wow, so yeah, Ella. Oh,
Yeah, Ella ran well.
Ella ran well, but all luck still.
No, she's finished. I don't know. All made a mistake. But she says ad hoc, so it's like a...
Yeah, that's what we are.
Yeah. Like a,
Just
like
have to tell them. We were fourth overall.
Who handed over to you?
oh, second. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, get Laurie on the mic.
Blair.
Yep.
Watermelon.
Ah,
Owen.
Get the whole team. Yeah.
That's
Thanks.
Hello. So we're here with the winning New South Wales Junior Boys team. So on first leg we had Ewan Shedden. So how was it out there, Ewan?
It was pretty tough. I made like quite a few mistakes. I just wasn't really in contact with the map enough, and yeah, I just got lost.
Okay, well, it doesn't sound very good, but you still seem to have a pretty good run. And Baxter, how was it for you on second leg?
It was very hot, and I came out with like a bunch of people just in front of me, and I was like trying to stick with them, and I just made a bunch of mistakes and lost a lot of time.
Okay, well, you seem to have a pretty good run, and you put Rory in a good position. So, Rory, you went out on last leg. I think you were in third position, about 7 or 8 minutes down, and then you really put your foot to the gas and ran away with it. So, how was it out there?
Yeah, I like the bush. I found it very fast, really good to run through, and to be honest, I didn't really know where we were, what position we were in. I just tried to run the best race I could and see how well I could do.
All right, well, thanks, boys, and good work today. We'll see you at the medal presentation.